this is a call for PHP 7.2 project for Magento 2. Just let's give some updates and think about next steps. Let me share my screen. Okay, so I've merged a couple new pull requests. So one was about removal of create function. It's a very simple one. And another one was about fixing implementations of get all options and to option array methods. So they were inherited from other classes, and the interface did not correspond to parent one, and in PHP 7.2 it gives an error. So I merged those two pull requests. Then I'm thinking about third-party libraries. What do you think about creating a separate branch for it, and where we can update Composer to include new versions, and then maybe go through testing or like run builds, and if there are errors, fix them there, and then when everything will be ready, we can merge it. I'm just thinking how we can maybe break down the work to several people. What do you think? Hello?
So with all these libraries, exactly what needs to be done?
So we need to update them to the versions which are compatible with 7.2.
And so that's just a matter of going into Composer and updating that, right?
Mostly, not for all of them. So I have the action items for each of the library. So some of them, yes, it's just updating, but what can happen is that if this is a major version change, then we in Magento we need to fix Magento to use new interfaces potentially. Like, so something can be broken. And also for Zendmail, we'll need to double check what's going on there. Yeah, so with Zendmail, it's not clear yet if we can update it. It's, yeah, the PR is still open.
So it's not just updating Composer. It's
Yes.
updating Composer and then running full validation tests, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, as soon as I'm done with the task that I'm working on, I have no problem helping out with that task. But currently, I'm working on some other items related to this this project. So if anybody else could help out with that, that'd be great. That could at least get us started on it.
Okay, so let's see. I don't know. Maybe you, Greg, can give some updates about Encrypt, and then we'll go.
Yeah, sure. The work I've been just researching Encrypt and going over the options that we have as far as either going forward with that and using Encrypt for now, and then converting it over later to use Sodium, which is a more it's just a more secure way to do the hashing and encryption. So and then basically what we've come to the conclusion of is that number one, we want to do the integration of Sodium and remove Encrypt. But then we also have, it just depends on time. So if we have enough time then we're going to do it that way. And I think that I definitely think that we will have enough time. And today we've got a meeting to go over the correct way to do the encryption and hashing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, that's the direction that we're heading in. However, if it looks like we're not going to have enough time to do it, then there's an extension that we can use for Encrypt that is compatible with PHP 7.2. And but again, like I said, it looks like we're going to have enough time, and it's just a matter of determining how we're going to do the encryption and hashing, and looking at the code base and seeing what the refactor is going to take as far as time goes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it.
Okay. No, Patrick, do you have any specific questions? Do you want to take any task?
I honestly haven't looked at some of the backlogs since I finished up the composer updates for the 7.2 dependency. I'm pretty open to suggestions if you got something that needs to be tackled.
Mm-hmm. So the first priority should be anything with backward incompatible label, this pink one. And we have just a few of them, I think. So one is this third-party libraries. I don't know if you can take it, it would be great. Another one is Magento Composer library. I think it should be easier to do, especially because it's our code and because it's pretty small. So I even don't know if it's really incompatible or we just need to declare that it's compatible with 7.2. So this one is pretty small, it's just a separate repo.
Yeah, do you want to throw the Magento Composer at me? And then when I'm done with that, I'll start working through the third-party libraries. I don't know, do we want to split the third-party libraries out?
I think we
issue
can.
for each one.
If you're going to take Magento Composer, that's great, because that was what I was working on that one at this kind of concurrently. But now that we've made some traction with the Encrypt stuff, then we could probably get those done and then start taking, split that other story up and tackle that together.
Mm-hmm. So I was thinking that the problem is with splitting this one is that they are sometimes interdependent, I think. So like if you update one version of one library, you will have to update versions of other libraries because Composer will not let you install. So I think that first step can be just to create a separate branch. So I can create a separate branch in our repo and push their updated Composer with new versions, and then continue working on separate libraries just to confirm that we use correct interfaces. I can create a small ticket, like a separate ticket for each library to verify the usage. Does it sound like reasonable, or do you have other suggestions how to break it down?
That sounds good to me.
Okay, so then from my side, I'll create a branch and create smaller tasks, and then like somebody can take it and probably at least start with a composer, updating of the composer, and then we can move to the smaller tasks. And yeah, maybe you can start from Magento Composer for now, and while I'm creating all this branch and tickets. Okay, and you should have access to the board, right? You can assign yourself.
Olga,
I'm pretty sure I do.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing happened to me yesterday as we were talking about, is that I can't assign myself to any of these tasks, and I can't move them through the board. It might have been because we did the password reset. I'm going to see if I can do it again today, but it's strange how this board works for me. So I'll talk to you about it offline if I continue to have the problems.
Okay, sure. Yeah, let's discuss it offline. Okay, then sounds good. I'll create those tasks, and yeah, then I'll see what else I can join here. probably something from libraries, or maybe I will continue with Zen Framework 1. Need to do something with it. Any other questions? And we have a community event in Ukraine next week. So I think it's 16th, which is probably also Thursday, right? 16th.
No, actually, contribution day will hold on 17th February, so it will be Saturday.
Oh, really? Okay. Okay.
Vladimir, I talked to Eugene yesterday about who to talk to about coordinating this event, and he said that you would be the guy to talk to. So would you like to set up a meeting sometime to talk about just how we can be prepared to answer any questions that you need during that event? Like we could be online, or I could be online, and you know.
Not sure that it will be suitable for you to be online this time, because as I understand it will be a deep night for you. But
okay.
I think it's definitely worth to have a meeting on Wednesday. I would say that to understand what actual tasks we have, so we can take them for contribution day and review them and probably make some more granular splitting or something like this, just to have a concrete list for already for contribution day.
Okay.
Yeah, let's have a meeting maybe earlier so we can have time for updating the tasks if you need.
Did you say Wednesday would be a good day?
I think yes. I think it will be enough time to work on some issues or on some backlog if you'll find that something is missing, and for Wednesday it should be understand what is already done and what is not in progress.
Okay. So do you want me to put a meeting together for Wednesday morning, our time, Wednesday afternoon, your time?
Yeah, it will be great.
All right, cool. And I'm going to probably invite Olga, myself, you. Would you like for me to invite anybody else to that meeting?
I think it's good. We can do this by ourselves, but probably Eugene Toliko would be also interesting if you so probably put him in copy.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, then. Good, everyone. Anything else to discuss? If not, I think we are done for today. Thanks all for joining.
See y'all later.
Bye. Have a good day.